Hi everyone. I decided to do another video. It's a very cold, wet, windy, rainy day. I've got the stove on. I have a little time before I'm going to be making dinner. And I thought, why not get another video out? And since this is the upcoming last week of November, I thought I would just review the decks that I'm going to be working with for the month of December. And then probably next weekend I'll review how my month went with the decks that I was working with for November. But right now, like I said, might as well just let everyone know what those are going to be. I enjoy when people let me know what they're working with. I'm interested in seeing different decks, and also just how people use them in a month and what they think of them. So in a month I have 3 oracles and 3 tarot decks. So I'll start with the tarot decks. The first deck that I'm going to be working with is my Thoth tarot deck. And I don't think I have to introduce it. Enough people know December to me is a perfect time to be working with this deck. It helps me focus on my the different, how can I put it? It gets me out of just having December be all about Christmas and getting wrapped up and literally wrapped up in everything that goes along with that season. Of course, it is for, as far as my family and family members that celebrate Christmas, and I'm still very involved with my family and celebrating that with them. But it's not something that I take, obviously, the whole celebration aspect, as far as on a spiritual level, that's not really where I am. To me, I think anyways, Christmas is very commercial and has been. And I was actually following it as a practice, I think it's distracting the way it has turned so commercial. But like I said, that's not part of my spiritual practice. Aspects of Christianity are still in my spiritual practice, but not to the level of celebrating Christmas. I do decorate for Christmas, but that's more as a connection to my parents and my childhood and growing up, and it's comforting. And the things I decorate are like things that belong to my parents, my mother or my sister that has passed away. So I set those things out, decorations. I don't have a Christmas tree, but like I said, I have ceramic Christmas trees, and they belong to my mom, and a nativity set that my sister made. So yeah, and I do like the lights. I like the colored lights, so I usually put like colored lights around the ceiling and stuff like that. So, and I collect snowmen. So I'm very much about the seasons in the winter, so I have a lot of snowmen decorations. And if you want to say Father Christmas, a pagan looking Santa that I put out. But anyways, I see I'm off topic again. This is dangerous for me because I can go on and on. So the Thoth deck is what I'll be working with in December. I love working with it at this time of year. The second deck that I'll be working with this December is Thoth based, and that's the Gil Tarot. I think I have to introduce everyone to this. I was talking about this not too long ago. Love this deck. I love the Thoth-based connection. I love the way it incorporates the Kabbalah, just the color, the Tree of Life. It's the backs. And I'm really looking forward to working with this in December. Very, very excited. And I actually showed this as my part of my 7 council. the Thoth and this deck. So, as obviously, because they are on my console and I absolutely love them, I really can't wait for December to come along to start working with it. So, yeah. So, the second deck is the Gill Tarot. By Elizabeth Josephine Gill. So yes, that is my second deck I'll be working with in December. The next deck that I'll be working with in December, and I'm very excited to be working with this because this will be the first time that I've spent an entire month with this deck since I did get it. And this is the Dark Mansion Tarot. I don't know why, but I just felt it's not a deck that I wanted to work with during Halloween or even for November, because I don't consider, like, November really is my shadow kind of month. And, you know, there's a lot of just everybody's connection to the way they work with shadow, or even their interpretation of what shadow work is personal. And for me, I think, like I've said before, November is my month. Yes, I do use what I would say darker decks for my shadow work, and that is just me because I am very, very connected to images, and I'm very, when it comes to tarot or even oracle, yes, I know the traditional meanings of the tarot, but when I'm working with a darker kind of deck with darker images, it forces me to bypass the traditional meanings of tarot that I'm used to, and I do look more at the image, and from that, if it's an uncomfortable image, why is it making me uncomfortable? And it really is a springboard to work on things, and especially things related to childhood or just past issues that I haven't let go of. A lot of them, and interesting enough, like in my chart, in my astrological chart, I can't remember exactly what house it is now, but where it pretty much says, you know, what you'll be dealing with as far as in your life, your challenges, outside challenges or anything like that, and it comes up as the only problems that I encounter in my life and my journey in this time around is family related, which I find so spot on. So yeah, just dealing with family, past family issues, and so yeah, so November is real, and I have had a lot of loss in November. I lost my sister in the month of November, the week before Thanksgiving. She died the day before, and Thanksgiving fell on her birthday, so she died the day before her birthday. That fell on Thanksgiving that year. And then my mom passed away the week of Thanksgiving as well. When at the time the majority of the family said, well, at least Mom didn't ruin Christmas. And I can give you an insight into how our family deals with certain issues. There is an attempt at humor, which I think is valuable, but I think also sometimes I think you can use humor as a way of not dealing with real issues. And for me personally, I think that is very true. So yeah. So anyways, again, I'm off on a tangent. And so anyways, November was my dark month is what I'm trying to say. Now, the Dark Mansion Tarot, even though it's called Dark Mansion Tarot, I don't look at it as dark. These images, I just love them. I absolutely love them. I can't explain it. I know it's not for everyone. And I apologize, I can't remember whose video it was, but they had the deck, and they also had said that the deck in this size is now available with the larger card, that kind of brown kind of backing. But I actually do like the black and the backings to this deck as well. I actually like the backs and the cards, and that they're edged in black, and I think it really brings out the cards. But again, I know everybody is already aware of this deck. Some people love it, some people can't understand the fuss about it, but for me, I am so excited to work with it. December felt like the right time of month. It'll definitely take me off into a very happy, excited place with all the Christmas and the stress that can come along with this time of year. Just in general, I mean, just think, I mean, every time we're going to go to the store now, you're just going to be under assault until it's over. It's just everywhere. And I don't mean, it sounds negative, but what I mean is like, there's just more crowds, more everything at this time of year, more traffic, more, and life gets very stressful. So I'm looking forward to really having a distraction, and to me, this deck is going to give it to me. I'm just so excited. I just can't wait to start delving into everything that's in these images and finding the little nuances that are there, the little details. And it makes me smile and happy, and it's going to put me in a great place for the month of December. So yeah, the Dark Mansion Tarot. This is just, like I said, love it. It's not for everyone, I get it, but for me, it's great, and I'm very excited to be working with it for the month of December. Now my 3 Oracle decks that I'm going to be working with, one is going to be the new deck that I just got, Amanda Ellis, the Archangel Metatron cards. Again, this is also probably a deck that not everyone's going to be into. If you're not into sacred geometry, if you're not into angels and Archangel Metatron, then this is not going to be a deck that resonates with you. For me, as when I did the walkthrough, love the backings to this. Amanda's channel, I've been on and off watching her. She's been probably like the longest person that I've been watching on YouTube, along with Racine, Almoon 513. For about, I think they've been on almost the exact same amount of time, like 8 years. I think they've both been on a long time. I love them. Like I said before, Amanda's someone that I have checked in and out of. Sometimes I go through spurts where I'm watching her all the time, and then I need to catch up with everything. But I was very excited that she was able to come out with a deck, and I'm so happy to be able to support her. I love to be able to support content creators on YouTube when they do have projects, if at all possible. I think it's great to be able to support each other on this venue. I've learned so much from so many people here, and if they want to be, if they want to have a deck and create it and put it out there, I am 100% happy to try and support them. There's a couple of creators, and of course I'm losing their names at the moment, but once they are on my list to get their decks, and once I do, I will let you know. But yeah, I just personally, I do love the colors and the images in this deck. But if you're interested in anything that resonates with these cards and the messages, and you think you might like them, definitely check out Amanda Ellis and the Archangel Metatron Oracle, and I am looking forward to using this in December. So yeah, the next Oracle that I'll be working with, it shouldn't probably be a surprise to anybody that it is a Doreen Virtue. oracle deck. This one is another one that I've had for, oh, I don't know, maybe 2 years now. Just about when she said she wasn't going to that she didn't want her decks around, and she was going to telling everyone to get rid of them and not to print them. The Goddess Oracles, Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I got this because this had been on my list, and then as with her other ones, I decided, well, I better get narrow. I'm not going to be able to. I absolutely love this deck. And as far as oracle cards go, I know, you either like Doreen's decks, or you don't, and I like them, so I'm not ashamed to say I like them. So yeah, this is going to be one of the oracle cards that I'm working with during the month. I think she has a great mix of goddesses in this deck. I like the artwork. This is one of the decks that I don't actually have a problem with the artwork. And the messages on the bottom I have found are very great at having me do like kind of a jump off point and assist me in going a little bit deeper into what message is that I'm supposed to be getting and looking at. I'm looking forward to using this as, as I said, my process is for the month is 3 tarot decks, 3 oracles, and then each, and a clarifying card for each of the tarot cards that I pull. I'm looking forward to seeing where this combination is going to take me. I haven't decided which oracle I'm going to use with which tarot at the moment, but I'll let you know that the end of the month when I review how it went. But yeah, so this is the other oracle deck that I'm going to be using, and it is again the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Here's Mott. Beautiful one of Mott too. So yeah, well, she even has Guinevere as a goddess, which I was a fan of. Avalon oracles and tarot. I like that. So that's that one I will be working with. And then finally the other one that I'm going to be working with for the month of December, which I just felt a need to work with this deck this month. And this one is the Wisdom Keeper's Inner Guidebook, 64 Faces of Awakening by Rosie Aronson. This has a great guidebook that comes with it. Absolutely adore the images. I don't think I have to. I showed this in one of my favorites. I love these cards. I love guidebook. I'm really, really excited to be working with them in December. I almost used them in November, but I think the choices that I made for November really did work, and I'm happy that those were the ones that I used. But I am really looking forward to working with this deck and to see which deck it's going to be paired with. It's just amazing. The faces are amazing. The colors are amazing. And like I said, very, very excited to see where this is going to lead me. Just gorgeous. It's just a deck that I can't help smiling when and that, how can that ever be, that's a great thing. anything that can make you smile, especially in the busy, hectic time of year. So this is why I'm really looking forward to using this in December. I think it's going to be perfect. So yeah, especially time of year when you're really supposed to be feeling a connection to everything and what's important. Family, community. There really is supposed to be at Christmas time peace, love, and a connection to everyone, all cultures, and openness, which I think is the original message of Christianity. That, you know me, I think that it was pretty lost along the way. It became more about power and control than anything else. But yes. And the fact that a lot of the faces are very familiar and have familiar people in them, looking people in them. Famous people that I think, although they'll say that's not represent, if you see that, it's not what it was meant for, but some of them are just unmistakable to me. Or maybe that is just more like your ink blot, like what are you seeing? But yeah, so excited. So those are my 3 tarot and my 3 oracle decks that I'm going to be working with. And thank you for tuning in. And if you're interested, please subscribe, hit the like button. I appreciate your time that you do spend with me, and I hope to have probably another video. I'm thinking I'm gonna go off the rails a bit and away from cards to something that I do as a hobby, which I find helps to relax me and work on, when I'm feeling worried or stressed or anxious about anything, and that is adult coloring books. I don't know if anybody would be really interested in that, but I thought, Mary Grace Farron shows her thrifting and books and other things, and I think all of us are more than just tarot and oracle cards, and so I'll probably be sharing some coloring books that I use, and have some new ones that I've gotten that I'd like to share, and just in case somebody else is interested in that as a pastime as well. I crochet a lot. I crochet my own tarot bags, oracle cards, and I find that helps me make a connection to the deck. It's like part of the initiation in getting to bond with a deck is actually creating the bag that they're going to go in. There are some decks that I don't crochet bags to. I belong to the Ipsy monthly makeup, and some of the bags that they have, that they send you makeup bags, but I actually use them for some of my oracle decks. And this card, I mean, seriously, how can this not be Robin Williams? I love it. So yeah, so among my hobbies, like I said, crocheting and so forth, I have coloring, adult coloring books that I also use as a way to relax and de-stress, and so I'll probably most likely be doing a video on that. And let me know if you're interested, but I think I will be doing one on that as well. So I hope everyone is having a great Sunday, or depending where it is, it's and how late it is, you may already be into Monday. But blessings for tuning in and taking the time. Oh, I know, there's one thing, you see, I can see it out of the corner of my eye. The other thing that I wanted to do, it's a good thing I rambled, because I would have forgot all about this, and then I would have been kicking myself. I shared this book on one of my other videos, and it's the Mythic Journey, the meaning of myth as a guide for life. And after I showed it, I was like looking at it again, just beautiful artwork in this book. And I decided that one of the things I should do with this book, and actually it kind of reminded me of something that I had wanted to do, and that was to take each one of these myths and every day in December to read it and to go through the little write-up and kind of like do a little journaling about it and how this mythic story, what I find connects with me, my life, or something that I feel like I need to work on, or whatever aspect of the myth. And I thought the idea of it being a mythic journey, and far as it being a guide for your life, well, how could I take each one of these stories and how it can be a guide? Now, I think there's probably going to be more than daily in here, so it may even go into January, but that is my goal, is to go through this book and each day read one of these, one of the stories, the Mythic Journey stories, and then incorporate it into my daily spiritual practice and self-exploration that I do, in conjunction with my tarot and my oracles, and see where it takes me. And in the meantime, I get to enjoy these beautiful artwork that's in this book as well. So yeah, I was very happy to reconnect with this book by doing that video, and so that is going to be something that I'm going to attempt, and I don't know if others will find that interesting and might want to look into getting the book and doing the same thing. And it's something that we could maybe do a little video response to see how it goes, and maybe different ideas. I may do a video and share some of my journaling and my thoughts and how it's going. But I thought this was a great book to do that with. So that's the other thing I'm going to be doing in December. It's a good thing I caught it out of the corner of my eye and I didn't forget about it, because I would have been mad. So again, thank you for spending this 27, 30 minutes of your time. I do appreciate it. And the channel is a journey for me, and I do appreciate all the feedback that I get, and also I just enjoy following up and meeting new people and discovering their channels as well. Natalia Ouroboros has been fabulous, I think, in connecting a lot of us who are kind of just a bit stagnant and not knowing where to go, and kind of floundering, especially people that we are. It has been a great kind of a connection to smaller channels and finding each other, and to me that's been wonderful. I'm looking forward to seeing more content from the people that I've been introduced to through the tags, and hearing their tags and different ideas. So it's been really, really fun, and so I do have to thank Natalia for that, for kind of getting us a bit of a kick, at least me. So yeah, thank you again for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, please do like it if you do want to like it. Hopefully you will, but hey, it's all good anyways. I am really starting to enjoy the videos, and I'm really thinking about what else to put out there. I would like to incorporate a lot of my magic, witchcraft, even books or ideas or spells, or a whole bunch of stuff that I'm thinking about. And I do appreciate your time, and blessings. Thank you.